Okay, so I get a lot of questions about the Pacific Crest Trail. And usually the first one is, am I hiking with anyone? Well, I'm not necessarily hiking with someone I know, but once I get on the trail, I'll probably form a little tramley. So what that is a trail family. And I'll hike with people who usually do about the same amount of miles as me. And then I'm definitely going to be hiking with people once I get into the Sierras, because you don't want to hike that alone with all the river crossings and also the snow fields that you're going to be hiking through. So I'm going to be pairing up with people definitely when I go through the Sierras. People ask me also if I'll be bringing a firearm or bear repellent. And the answer to those are no, I'm not. I consider bear repellent how I smell after a while. I would repel most bears, but that's not the case. Not bringing them. Usually the black bears you don't have to worry about. They're just as afraid as you as we are of them. But there's a few problem areas where the bears are accustomed to people and they're not as afraid of you as much, but they want your food. And so that's why we have to bring bear canisters in some of those areas. So that when you bring a bear canister, it's usually not an issue. And then firearm, I don't believe in that. I will have a jackknife. And on that jackknife, it's a small one. It's got about 1.25 inch size blade, so that should be plenty. Actually, I don't have that for protection. It's to slice cheese and other stuff, but it's a perfect knife for cheese. People also want to know how long it will take. And so it will take I'm planning on about 5 months. And so I'll start middle of April. I'll finish up probably late August, early September. People ask, what do I bring? Well, I'm going to be doing a gear review of this, what I'm going to bring. And it'll have the big three, which is your tent, your backpack, and your sleep system. And I'll highlight that on that video. Also, people will ask me, how much will your pack weigh? I'm considered myself lightweight. I'm not ultra lightweight. Ultra lightweight, they have packs that range from 10 pounds or less, and I'm not there. I'm more in the mid-range, about 15 pounds. And I'll update that once I have my gear dialed in, and I'll put how much that is, especially on that gear review. And there'll be additional stuff I'll need to bring, like in the Sierras, I will have to have an ice axe and crampons. And so we'll show how much the weight is, additional weight there'll be when I go through the Sierras. People also ask, what kind of food will I eat? And on the Appalachian Trail, I brought both a stove, and then I went stoveless, and they call that cold soaking. And I had a container that I would put my food in and rehydrate it, and ate that. About halfway up, I got rid of my stove, and I just wanted to try it. Nothing more. Just wanted to see what it would be like doing that, and it worked well. One thing I'm going to try to focus on more so on this trip than I did on the Appalachian Trail is making sure I get enough protein. And so I'm going to try to eat a little healthier, and so we'll show you what that consists of when I'm on the trail. And then usually first thing in the morning, I would make cold coffee. So the water I had left over, I would just dump like one of those small little Starbucks single serving instant coffee mixes. Then I would add a carnation breakfast essential to that. I might even bring a little protein powder that I'll put in there and make like a little mocha shake. So we'll show you that when we're on the trail too. On the Appalachian Trail, I averaged about 16 miles a day. I will probably average closer to 18, maybe push it to 20 miles a day on the Pacific Crest Trail. On the Appalachian Trail, there was a lot of shelters, and I went into the hike thinking I wasn't going to go into a shelter. The very first day it was raining so hard, I actually slept in the shelter, and I actually slept in quite a few shelters. And then I also had my duplex Z-Pack duplex tent that I slept in. It's a 2-person tent. I like that because it gives me room for my gear, and it's a little heavier. I could have gone with a 1-person tent. It would have been lighter, but with the fact I have additional room for myself and my gear, I kind of like going with that little bit of luxury. And then on resupply, on the Appalachian Trail, it was every 2, 3, 4 days I'd go in and resupply. On the Pacific Crest Trail, it'll be more like 3, 4, 5, and upwards to 7 days between resupplies. So I'll be carrying more food, and we'll cover all that on my daily videos. If there's any other questions that I didn't answer that you would love to find out about, you can put them in the comments, and I'll have another Q&A to follow up with the ones I haven't answered. I hope you got a lot out of this video, and I really appreciate all your support. Look forward to getting out on the trail. It's less than 80 days before that happens. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Have a great day.